Good evening, my friends. The Biden team works furiously to quell any Democratic revolt after the debate. It was terrible. I was out of town for a couple days, or I would have commented on this earlier, but my prediction was he would have a senior moment. Biden would have a senior moment or two. He had 90 minutes of senior moments. Most of what he said made absolutely no sense at all. You probably saw it. And again, we were told his cognitive issues were cheap fakes or somehow exaggerated, edited videos. Clearly, they were not. So yeah, 90 fucking minutes of senior moments. So the president's aides have so far prevented any prominent Democratic office holder from publicly calling on him to step aside. But their tactics have bred some resentment. This is the Washington Post, and this is from a few hours ago. My friends, they're still wagon circling and tossing buses. They tried to toss a bus on Ron Klain, who was the chief preparer. And now Ron Klain, I will give him credit. Captain Fatfuck, number one. We'll see another one here soon. He actually probably has the most business experience of anyone who was in the Beijing Biden administration. Nobody has had a real job in the Beijing Biden administration, and you can tell. So when you've lost the Washington Post and you've lost Axios, top aides shielded Biden and his cognitive impairments from staff, but couldn't hide the debate. So yeah, we all saw what we saw. It was a complete, utter disaster. Joe Biden can't... Oh, God, first of all, it started late, 9 p.m. I saw an article earlier about Joe Biden's really only functional from 10 a.m. to about 4 p.m. And, yeah, I mean, when you're fucking 80 years old, it's called sundowning. And, of course, we're not going to read this article either, but Axios is full of these buses being tossed on Beijing Biden. So... intermittent access. Okay, yeah. So this is all about his. He basically has dementia, most likely, or Alzheimer's. So there's kind of this weird Game of Thrones kind of dynamic happening now, where Gretchen Whitmer has been making her move. Gavin Newsom's been talked about. They're talking about replacements. This is the New York Times, and this is from an hour ago. And when you lose these people, when the media is basically pretty much all in lockstep for a narrative. This is what they're trying to push. Now, I think Jill Biden is going to be very stubborn. She likes being in the first lady. She's basically the president, I would say, in name only, even though this whole regime is completely illegitimate. Who might replace Biden on the top of the ticket? Biden's stumbling performance at the debate has spurred interest in replacements. Do I think it's going to happen? No, but we'll see. And here's a roster of some possible backup candidates. 3 of them are immediate hard no's, and there's no way. So, okay, the candidate switch would require Biden to step out of the race or be 25th, and then Kamala Harris takes over. Dear God, help us all. A nuclear war may start immediately. So here are the contenders being considered. Heels up Harris. Oh God. If she is on the ballot, she will lose probably all 50 states. And because she is absolutely fucking incoherent in person, and my God, she is a complete utter disaster. I don't have any idea what her qualifications are for this role. All right, number 2, Nancy Pelosi's cousin, Gavin Newsom. Got nice hair. He's a white male, though. So I think that's pretty much a non-starter in the Democratic Party anymore. So Gretchen Whitmer. Now, I heard a story about her back in the day that she used to like to get fucked in the ass in high school, hence her name, Gretchen. So absolute COVID tyrant with Newsom, absolute COVID tyrant, and Adam Carolla called Newsom out last week, I think, about closing the beaches in California. Like, why'd you do that, Gavin? And, of course, didn't have a straight answer. Christian Whitmer also colluded with the FBI to fake a kidnapping plot. So, yeah, absolute dumpster fire. No chance. J.B. Pritzker, Captain Fat Fuck, number 2, besides Ron Klain. Probably didn't mention him earlier. This dude is fat and fucking ugly and absolutely has no chance. And he's also a Jew, so that's probably a deal breaker. Loaded, tons of money. Billionaire heir to the Hyatt hotels. Yeah, enjoy that. Never going to be president. Josh Shapiro, the governor of Pennsylvania, who's about 5'3", also a Jew, therefore no chance. So these other possibilities, Pete Buttplug, yeah, no. Spartacus, Cory Booker, and Wine Ant, Box Wine Ant, Amy Klobuchar. No, you are too fucking ugly. Sorry, I'm ugly too. Andy Beshear of Kentucky, no idea who he fucking is. And finally, the two people who have already lived in the White House, Hillary Clinton, my number one choice, still will get absolutely blasted by Donald Trump, and Michelle Obama. No chance. Zero chance. Why? Because I have word from DC think tank people that Barack Obama is one of the laziest motherfuckers on the face of the earth, and he did not even run anything in his administration. He had all these shitbag underlings in the administrative state do everything, and that's why they ratcheted up their control over everything, and the Chevron deference, which got struck down. Most of that bullshit will be unwound, hopefully. But the reason why they say that is my source in the think tank in DC said Barack Obama is one of the laziest motherfuckers around, and Michelle Obama is even lazier, and she has absolutely no interest in politics at all, and she pretty much hates this country and hates white people. So, again, that's usually a deal breaker, but then again, we got 2 terms of Barack Obama, who, on good terms, I've heard, a good, solid source says, most of the time, when he's not doing media junket tours, getting in the suit, giving a press conference, he's sitting around in his basketball shorts, in a t-shirt, and watching ESPN. So, anyway, that's that. This will probably be all the debate coverage we cover, because my God, what a disaster that was. It was a train wreck. I couldn't stop watching, because, I mean, after the first, 10 minutes, I'm like, what the fuck is he even talking about? Seriously, do you understand anything what he's saying? And my wife is, sitting behind me. She's like, she's on medical marijuana, and she says, I have no idea what's even going on right now. So, again, that's that. If you like my content, hit subscribe, like button, notification bell, leave me a comment, read all the comments, my friends. And there's no pinned comment. And pick up some non-perishable food, and God bless.